Hello everybody! So today is the day I'm discussing my dissertation. If you're not bothered about hearing what my dissertation is, no worries. I just thought it would be like a good, a good video to talk about the process and how it happened at the uni I was in, and what my dissertation's about, what I've had to do, and where I'm at. I just realised you can see Donkey. This is Donkey, he's my cuddly toy. And I love him. That's all I've got to say. I am a master's student studying speech and language therapy at City University in London. I'm in my final year, and in the final year we have to complete a 5,000 word dissertation. It's like plus or minus 10%, so mine will probably be 5,500 because I can't not waffle. So my dissertation is on aphasia. So it's actually a new therapy that has been created, which is elaborated semantic feature analysis, and it's been placed into a virtual world. So we have two groups of participants, all of whom have had a stroke and have aphasia, with different severities of aphasia, and they were randomly allocated into either the control group, which means they get usual care, the typical care that they would get regardless of whether they were in the experiment or not, and then the other group get the Vesper therapy. So that is what we were doing. So for this we had to carry out assessments on participants. So we did 7 different assessments, and the students that are on this dissertation, there's 4 of us, complete them with the different participants, and then they do the tests at time 1, which is pre-therapy. They do it at time 2, which is either post-therapy or post-usual care control, and then time 3, which is, I can't remember how many weeks it is, but it's a certain amount of weeks after therapy. So then you can compare them over time. So we've written drafts of our introduction, our methods, our results and discussion, and now I'm just going back through it all to try and make it better, because to be honest, a lot of mine needed much improvement. That's a bit about the dissertation. I think I have some clips of me carrying out some of the testing, but I'm not sure. If I do, I'll insert them in here.
So obviously I've muted it for confidentiality reasons and everything like that, but this is me carrying out the WAB, which is the Western Aphasia Battery, and I'm showing the participant different objects and they have to name them. So the objects I'm showing are things like paperclip, ball, book. There's lots of different things that you use in like everyday life that I'm showing to the participant and hoping that they can name them. You can give certain prompts, but you just have to record the prompts that you give. For example, I often gave him a prompt where I gave the first sound of the object, and that often helped him to name the item, but you just score it slightly differently to if they got the item straight away.
I'm just going to speak about how the process of our dissertation works.
Here I just wanted to say it is a research-based dissertation project.
And you can use primary data, you can use secondary data. You kind of got a choice, a rough choice in it. So last year, end of last year, so the end of our first year, we had to choose 5 choices. So these 5 choices were, we could have been given any of them, and they were already set kind of questions or set topics that we had to complete our dissertations with. I don't think there was that much wriggle room when it came to creating your own dissertation, because it's mostly based on what the current researchers and lecturers are researching. You order them 1 to 5. Most people I think got their first 3. I think mine was my 4th choice, but to be honest I was pretty happy with any of them. The things that I was really keen on was I did want it to be original research, and so that I might actually carry out some of it, which luckily is what I got. And also another thing that I really wanted was I wanted it to be quantitative data, because I didn't want to have to transcribe lots of qualitative data and write about lots of qualitative data in 5,000 words. So they were like my 2 terms and conditions, and then with those in mind I then chose topics that I knew I'd like to research more in. And also aphasia was a topic for me, which is what my dissertation's on. It was a topic for me that I felt like I didn't know enough about and I wanted to gain more insight into. So I knew that obviously doing this dissertation I'd learn a lot more about it, or if I didn't I wouldn't do very well. So it's one of those kind of things. So that's how it worked. And then we got allocated to our dissertation and our dissertation supervisor. We've had meetings with them. My dissertation supervisors are very good. I know others are also very good, but there's some that apparently are worse at replying and things like that. So that's also something to bear in mind if you're choosing your dissertation. Make sure you choose lecturers that you know do reply, because it just makes it easier for you, less stressful. I'd be very stressed if I didn't get replies or didn't have meetings when I meant to and things like that. That's something that I just like to know. I'd just rather dates in the diary, need to do it by this point. And my supervisors are very good at that, so that's really good. So then we had a meeting originally and a training session to work out how we carry out the assessments. This is quite specific to mine, I guess. And then we had a meeting about completing the introduction, which we did before Christmas. The method and results. Oh no, it was just the method which we also did before Christmas, but some people did it after Christmas depending on their timescales and their supervisors' timescales. And then we did results after Christmas, well actually around Easter was it? And discussion as well, that was also then. Yes, we did results and discussion after Easter too. So that's kind of what we're doing. I'm now just finishing the write-up for it. I've really enjoyed writing it, but I have found it quite difficult, I'm not gonna lie. did do a research for my undergrad, but I don't know, it's just different analysis and I don't really like statistics. So it's not that I find them difficult. So it's been a challenge, but I've enjoyed the challenge so far. And hopefully I'll do well in it, but it's not due till the end of May. But little secret, I'm going away. So I want it to be done before our exams, which are in less than 3 weeks time. So I'm finishing my dissertation, then I've got 2 weeks, a bit less, 2 weeks to revise for my exams. So yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for watching, bye!